Welcome to the show where anything could happen. The real play experience where we put players against problems with no easy answers, incomplete information, and always against a ticking clock. Coming up in this episode. We join the bridge crew of the UFR exploration ship, the ESV Tranquillity, operating just beyond map space. A few hours ago, they picked up a signal that doesn't really make sense. It's not clean, not consistent, not in a format they recognize. At first, it seems like background noise, but it repeats and every so often almost lines up to something you can understand. When it does, you only get fragments. And listening to them, it was hard to tell if what they're actually hearing. It could be a warning, a distress signal, or maybe even telling you not to respond at all. Right now, the signal is unstable, so the team are only catching pieces of it. But the science officer is confident of one thing. In about 10 minutes, it's going to align for a short window, and then they will be able to hear it clearly. But of course, anything could happen.
Hello, everyone. My name is Miko. I am otherwise known as the OKS GM, and I am a professional storyteller by trade. And today I will be playing the tactical officer, Han Barca, who perhaps is a little bit more stern than his comrades wish he would be.
Hi, everyone. I'm Sabrina. I am a marketer and community manager for video games, and I'm going to be playing the UFR captain of the ESV Tranquillity, Renix.
Hi everyone, I am Lucy, I'm a video game producer and improviser, and tonight I will be playing Lieutenant Luhuri, Communication Officer.
Hi, my name is Assis. I am a TTRPG actual play performer, and today I am playing Ivana Coffee, the science officer.
And of course, anything could happen. Incoming transmission, translation. Boundary. Not authorized. Return. Transmission fragment ends.
Interesting. Communications Officer Luhuri.
Yeah.
Can you confirm that that's the right translation for the message that we've just received? That we've been told it's a boundary?
Yeah, confirming at this point is hard. I'm gonna run some analysis to see if I can get more information, but it's very scattery. It feels like it's not actually intentional that these words are so separated. Maybe it's a mechanical issue.
Do we think that that's the full message, or is there more to the message? Okay.
Yeah, it sounds very jittery, going through a tunnel and missing some information. So I'm gonna run some analysis to see if I can get some more information on the translation. But we have to be careful. This could be a distress signal.
It could be. It could also be a warning. It sounds like it might be a warning. I'm just wondering, Barker, if I'm not entirely sure how close we should get. If this is a warning to steer clear, do we have the ability to know how far we are if we're in someone else's space?
Captain, I do not know for certain if we even want to engage with this signal at this point. If it is a warning, we should heed it as such and move away as quickly as possible. Without understanding the full context of it, we could inadvertently move into territory that is not on any of our maps or signals intelligence to determine. I know we are required to render aid when it is requested, but this does not sound like a distress call to me. I think we should present caution.
Understood. And I want to acknowledge to us all that we're in unmapped space at the moment, so we're definitely going to exercise caution, but we do want to make sure that we hear the message in full, just in case there is something that we need to do to help, because that is our duty.
My understanding is that the message might become clearer The signal should align in 10 minutes, but we will have a very small window before it starts to degrade again.
Understood.
Yeah.
And Officer Coffee, do we have any, like, history? I don't know if you might know, or perhaps I should be asking the computer. Computer, do we have any history? I know this is an unmapped space, but history of civilizations in this area or nearby areas that we could possibly be picking up here?
There are no records in this aligned area of space. We are parallel to other harmonic way station lines, but not in the direction the signal seems to approximate from.
Understood. I mean, if we don't have any records in this area of space, then it does seem quite likely that this isn't a group that's had first contact before, or we would have recorded first contact.
I mean, it could be a UFR, a UFR vessel that...
A fellowship, yeah.
Yeah, that is in distress and needs help and is in such a dire situation they can't communicate properly.
Well, hopefully in a few minutes' time we'll be able to get the full message and be able to make an educated decision on that.
Captain, if I may, I understand that this is a compelling opportunity, but we also need to take additional caution. If we are dealing with a pre-harmonic society, it will not be a good situation for us to move into, potentially. Many of such societies pose significant dangers, and I believe that there are regulations preventing such interactions without due caution.
Yeah, absolutely, Barker. I mean, if it's not someone that we've had contact with before, I wouldn't want to risk that either. But it just doesn't seem like we can make that decision at this stage because we're not sure who's sending the message. Just that it's coming from a place that we're unfamiliar with.
Additional fragment detected. Additional fragment translation. Failing. Cannot maintain. They are... Translation segment ends.
Failing.
That sounds like a distress signal, possibly.
Do we have a recording of the original message as well that we got? The one that said boundary?
Replaying original translation message. Boundary. Not authorized. Return.
Thank you, computer.
Translation fragment ends.
That one sounds like a warning. Officer Barker, you said this is a pre-harmonic society that we're dealing with, but
Potentially.
I believe you're incorrect. The signal is very clearly using harmonic.
I will defer to you on such matters. It is something to keep in mind nonetheless. I am also somewhat concerned of this second portion of the signal. Can we confirm whether that is part of the same communications system at all, or if it is potentially two different communication systems interacting with one another?
Making it more complicated. Good question. Computer, is there any way to know this? Is it the same source or two different potential signals?
Unclear currently. Appears that the source is identical. The signal communication wavelengths are similar.
Okay, my analysis have been run and there isn't much about the translation, but it's odd because the signal seems to have been extended. The translation compresses the signal to allow it to be converted to audio. So, yeah, signal that has extended. Obviously, I'm not a science person. I don't know if that, can do something about the harmonics. But I'm concerned in particular with this second part that really sounds like a distress signal. And obviously, as we all know, it is our duty as spacefarer to give help to people who need it.
And Science Officer Coffee, are you confirming that your professional opinion is that this is a harmonic society because of the technology that they're utilizing to send some kind of message?
The signal is, by all means, a harmonic wave signal.
Okay. So now we just have to establish that this is, people who've had first contact before. To my understanding, they are acting as if they've contacted people. In fact, they are trying to get in contact.
Yes.
Perhaps again. I'm just trying to make sure, though, that it is safe to get in contact with them, because, of course, there are tales across the I'm forgetting the word that should really be known to me as a space
Cosmos?
captain. That's it. Thank you
Space.
so much, tactical officer. The cosmos. There are tales of, like pirates and bounty ships and
Indeed.
things that are probably less nice to come into contact with. So let's make sure we get that full message before making a decision.
It's okay, Captain. You're under a lot of pressure. We understand. Perhaps.
New
could try
fragment
and-
detected.
Oh,
Incoming translation.
okay.
Connection risks exposure. Translation fragment ends.
Computer,
Okay.
can you reread the 3 fragments? 1, 2, and 3?
Fragment 1. Translation. Boundary. Not authorized. Return. Translation fragment ends. Translation fragment 2. Failing. Cannot maintain. They are. Translation fragment ends. Translation fragment 3. Connection risks exposure. Translation fragment ends.
It feels like one of those, where people are in a dire situation and they over-explain instead of making a really simple and really short message, as we have all learned at the Communication Academy. It really drives me nuts, but...
I understand, Lahuri. We've had this conversation many a times on this ship.
Yes.
It's something you're very passionate about, short, succinct communications.
God.
The problem with that is
Allow-
that we don't know how long or how short this communication is. The fragments could be, they could be mixed parts of a single sentence, or they could be separate sentences that we're getting smaller parts of, and we're still unsure of what is causing the fragmentation. One possibility is that the signal is traveling from much further than we anticipate, which could explain why it's a harmonic signal, even if, by our understanding, we're in an area where harmonic societies don't exist.
Right. Communications officer, is there anything that you can do to try and ascertain where, the more physical location of where this is coming from, so we can figure out how far it is from us if we needed to go to see them? But tactical officer, I think the thing that I'm concerned about is this word exposure that they've said in that final message, because to risk exposure for our ship would also be a problem. But if they're requiring assistance, I'm wondering if there's a way that we can get close enough to communicate with them and figure out, basically triage. Are we able to help them, or do we need to get someone else, some other, specialist ship to come and support?
Until we
Okay.
know a source for this signal, that question cannot be fully answered, I am
Okay.
afraid.
Okay, there's 2 things I can do. Computer, I'd like to first just broadcast a message that would be "need help?" Question.
Oh, that is a bad idea. We really should not be broadcasting messages until we've decoded the signal.
I agree with
Damn it.
Ivana on this.
And yet it's so short and efficient. Fine. Okay. But
Lahuri, I appreciate
let-
efficiency more than almost
Oh.
anyone else, but
That is-
safety
We're a very
comes
efficient
first.
ship.
I that's what I love about this ship. But okay, look, the second thing I can definitely do is I can use a radar. It would only cover local space at light speed, though.
That will be unnecessary. I've managed to locate the source, but
Oh.
this doesn't
Excellent.
make sense.
Oh,
Tell
Okay.
us anyway.
The signal transmission is from region NGC 7822. The UFR base station network does not go anywhere close to this region.
Okay.
Captain, if I could offer a tactical assessment. There is also a distinct possibility to pick up on what you were indicating earlier, that this could be a pirated signal. That this could be someone attempting to lure ships such as ours into a position where they could take advantage. The other concern, of course, also is that based on the translations, bear in mind we are also dealing with translations which are not always accurate, as I'm sure Luhuri can attest.
Yep, thank you for reminding. I've bothered you about this before.
If the translation is accurate, however, and they are dealing with some kind of radiation exposure, the time that it takes us to arrive could be critical to survival of people, but it also indeed risks a great deal of has a great deal of risk for us as well.
If we could arrive there at all.
Yeah, computer, are we able to scan the surrounding area of this harmonic waste station? Or even just generally, do we know that harmonic waste stations have any kind of exposure or issues with the environment that even us getting close to here to figure out more information would be dangerous for our ship?
There is no record of a harmonic waste station in this part of space due to a mapped gravitational anomaly in the region. This vessel was sent to explore this area of space precisely because it had previously been unmapped. The UFR network of waste stations does not go anywhere near the location the science officer has identified.
I only took basic levels of stellar sciences myself, so I will defer to Officer Coffee on this topic, but I am curious. Is it possible that this gravitational harmonics could be interfering with the signal, and even if we did locate what we believe to be a source, it would be inaccurate because of that?
It definitely could be interfering with the signal. It could be the reason the signal is fragmented, and it could possibly be giving misleading ideas of where the source is, because, again, the source makes little sense. NGC 7822 is... We couldn't reach there even if we tried. The UFR has never been there. Them having access to harmonics is...
improbable.
Unlikely.
So, wait, are you saying that even if we wanted to, we wouldn't be able to reach that place?
The UFR has never really extended waste station there. I'm sure we could reach there. Computer, how long would it take to reach NGC 7822?
At the harmonic short nighttime capacity of this vessel, approximately 250,000 years.
Okay, that's...
There is not enough coffee to get me through that.
Yeah.
What? There's only one of me.
That's the first coffee pun of the day, guys.
It appears
Everyone
that the
take a
signal
shot.
is coming from a nearby galaxy,
Okay.
Andromeda.
Galaxy. Huh.
That...
Oh, the analysis have kept them running. They seem to tell me that the origin language seems to be a variant of an original Earth language. So that's a human language.
Computer, are we able to ascertain how old this signal is, this message is? Is it something that's like on a repeat, and therefore could have been set up previously and is still running, but there might not be anyone there? Or is it something that is being live broadcast, manually?
Good question.
Please repeat the question.
I'm trying to ascertain whether this is a signal that's being repeated automatically, or is a signal that's old, and therefore we might be able to assume that there isn't anyone living where this is coming from, or is
It
this
appears
like a
to be a
live, fresh?
signal. It appears to be a signal that is repeating. In fact, I have another incoming message. Connection risks exposure. We do not intend. Repeat. We did not intend.
Okay.
Transmission element ends.
Captain, if I may, my inclination on this circumstance is that we are hearing two sides of communications. A warning system and those attempting to not obfuscate but mollify the circumstances of their entry into space that they were restricted from. Given the distance that we are dealing with, I do not believe that we are dealing with people that are alive.
Could we, I have a suggestion. Perhaps we could send a distress signal or request for assistance to the nearest military vessel and perhaps, sort of ricochet to a closer place, because it sounds like this is too far. Even if it is a present issue and not an old issue, which is very possible, messages do sometimes get lost in the ether space.
Yeah, I'm also of the opinion, like, we are an exploration ship, but not necessarily set up for investigations or for anything that seems to be, like, complex scientifically, where there are, risks of exposure or the waves that we were talking about, where there could be issues with the communications that we're receiving. And so this might require actually a specialist ship to come and support.
We also don't have weapons, do we? I do not remember.
Computer, do we have any weapons to keep us safe?
The vessel has light armaments intended to protect us from minor intrusion or meteorite damage.
Yeah, I thought so. Because if they were attacked, like...
Incoming full transmission. We have hit alignment.
Oh, perfect.
This is a restricted broadcast from Colony Theta Kappa, formerly registered under Zau-Vogel Industrial Combine Charter 7. If you are receiving this signal, then our containment protocols have already failed. We are not authorized to make external contact. That restriction remains in effect. However, conditions on the ground have deteriorated beyond projected thresholds. There are those amongst us who believe your arrival represents extraction. Others believe it confirms occupation. Both positions are escalating. We cannot guarantee our safety if you do not enter the system. We cannot guarantee your safety if you do enter the system. Please respond.
This does not seem like something that is for our ship.
Yep.
We're not able to provide assistance with this kind of political issue.
Yeah.
We should figure out where this colony is. Computer, where is Colony Theta Kappa?
Colony Theta Kappa appears to be in a sector in the Andromeda Galaxy.
Is the Andromeda Galaxy where we're currently, heading to, or it's nowhere near where we currently are?
Currently, no UFR vessel has ever left the Milky Way galaxy.
Ooh. This
Interesting.
So
this is definitely uncharted territory.
Yeah, I'm all about helping people, be it whether they've, this is clearly way too long for a message. I do not approve. I don't know where they learned how to write messages, but
it wasn't the school of Lurie, that's for sure.
No, absolutely not. However, I'm all for helping people who need help, but this sounds way above my pay grade.
Yes, it also sounds like, the line that they said in Computer, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but essentially that, the arrival of us is a signal to some of them that they're being taken over or that kind of thing. Sounds like ideology that we don't want to encourage or have an effect on. So I do think we don't respond. I think we leave and try to contact as soon as possible the rest of the UFR to confirm that there are civilizations out here, that they are capable of communications, that there is this Andromeda Galaxy to be explored, but it would require a different sort of exploration vessel than us.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask the computer to actually send this
Signal is
translation.
deteriorating in strength. Do you wish to reply?
No. I think, I mean, we can do a team vote if you like, but I think our decision is to not reply, correct?
Yeah. I would like, however, if that's okay with everyone, to forward it to the closest military vessel.
Yeah, we should definitely keep a record of the full
We
message
should
and
record
forward
it
that.
immediately.
Yeah.
And on that note, that is where we'll draw a close. So, what do we think's going on?
Oh, above my pay grade. I don't care. Whoa.
That's it. Yeah,
Too long of a message.
No interview. I'm really sad. Somebody was going to do a radar signal out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Which-
interrupted that.
Yeah, you're just, what might they have found, our science officer? Did you have any idea what they might have found had they done that radar ping?
Oh, hang on. Wouldn't they have thought that it meant they arrived in their, space, and then it means that it's a threat? And
Well, I hadn't quite got to that
oh,
yet.
oh,
I'm
What
sensing
could they have
some
found?
secrets.
They could have found a wormhole that is the reason the signal reached here from that far away.
Interesting.
But of course, you never found it.
Yeah.
Oh.
So no one knows that there's a wormhole.
Interesting.
Anyway.
You actually cut me off, Oscar. I was about to suggest sending a probe broadcasting a signal that they could optionally decide if they wanted to contact us instead.
Oh, I cut you off just before your prime. What do I like?
Oh.
I ruined it.
Wait, so if we if we had sent a signal back, the wormhole might have transmitted back to them? Oh,
Well,
If
that's
we'd
weird.
sent a probe, the probe potentially
Goes
going
through a
through the wormhole.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, it could be, they could have interpreted it as a threat. Like some of them apparently think that just because you contact them, you want to threaten,
No, and
Like,
also,
wow.
like considering that their message implied someone had entered their system, I agree with like the assessment that it wasn't meant for us, probably.
It's a good one. I mean, I actually hadn't decided if there was a precursor gate or if it was a natural wormhole, but I had in my head that this colony left Earth and got lost in the wormhole, or whatever the system was, ends up along this. But I have to own up to making a bit of a boo-boo. I don't know where I got 250,000 light years from. That was not intended to be it was supposed to be 250 light years, but my mouth carried on too long. So I thought, let's make him in Andromeda. Why not?
Yeah, and we're like, whoa, this is far.
I mean, in the grand scheme of things, let's think about 250 versus 250,000. It's not much difference.
I can't
from our
comprehend
lives.
either.
It sounds like
it's
a
still
lot.
a no-go.
But when you have a harmonic drive,
Yeah. Well, when you have
I
a
don't know what
wormhole.
that means.
yeah.
Yeah.
Have you considered the wormhole?
Yes,
Yeah.
have you considered the wormhole? Yeah. Good stuff. All right, thank you very much. Well, anyone got any other comments, thoughts, any questions that arose from that?
Well, I'm really sad that you guys didn't let me just broadcast a need help, which I thought was really nice.
Would be lovely.
I love how you were like, no! Oh my
Too vague. You need to word it more intricately so it specifies all our limitations on.
Yeah.
Haven't
also,
you
like,
seen half of the movies around science fiction with people sending out signals?
I just
Yeah,
think
but
like a need help and someone says yes, I'd still be sus. Like, what do you mean yes, you need help? What the fuck is wrong?
We could then send, but if they say yes, we could answer, are you sure?
They could be dead by then.
Yeah, it takes
Who
time.
knows? Yeah, politeness takes time. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm
And
sorry.
that's
say,
why
like,
no one majors in communications anymore.
I like
Who's
it's
gonna
like,
go to?
do you need help? And they say yes, and you say yes, please? Question
Yeah,
mark.
yeah, exactly. I'm sorry, but I went to university for communication, okay? And politeness is just the glue in society that makes us not kill each other, okay?
Yeah.
So, just you guys stop being barbarians. That's what I'm
With,
saying.
with that in mind, is it bad that when I said that it was a natural Earth language, there's a little part of me wanted to make it French?
That's it's fine. We've known each other long enough that I'll take it.
You'll take it
take
on the
it.
chin, absolutely.
I'll take it on the chin.
Any other thoughts? Any questions? Any comments on No. On that note, I'm going to say thank you very much. And if you've enjoyed this, then please like, subscribe, share, follow, all that. And more importantly, tell someone else, get somebody else to listen and check out all the other episodes. We have lots and lots of episodes like this. And we'll be back again next time when, of course, anything could happen.